Hello everybody and welcome to American English versus British English. Today we'll look at all of the differences between the two. Before we start this video, please have a look at the vocabulary from Across Cultures 2, what to say and how to say it, on page 203 in your book. The last word is to mind something. And after you're done, please take this test to see if you've got them all. You've probably noticed already that when I speak English, I sound a bit different than what you're used to hear in all of the American movies or YouTube videos you watch. That is, of course, because I speak with a British accent, while most of the influencers around the globe tend to either be Americans or adopt an American accent over the years. There are usually three ways in which we can distinguish speakers of different English areas. One is the accent itself, the way we pronounce words like dance or dance, or aluminium or aluminum. But there are also some words that can be very different depending on where in the English-speaking world you are. Then again, there is a difference in spelling depending on if you are in Britain or in America. Today, we will talk about those differences. Before we start, however, I would like you to look at these German words. Pause the video and think about other words that Germans in different parts of our country use to describe them. None of these words are more or less correct than the others. They are just very different, and sometimes these differences can lead to confusions. A common confusion in British versus American English is the word chips. In one dialect it means this thing, but in the other it means that thing. Do you know the difference? Take the test and find out. Good job! It looks like the words are no problem for you, but what about the spelling? American English and British English have some differences in how they spell words. That's because over the centuries the two languages have evolved into different directions. Sometimes it can be hard to find a rule to apply to all of these spelling changes, but generally the simpler way of spelling is usually the American one, and the way of spelling that is closer to French is the British one. An example you've probably seen before without really noticing is this one. British people spell the word centre with the R before the E, because they took it almost exactly from the French word centre, while Americans tend to spell it the way we Germans would, C-E-N-T-E-R. The same thing happened to the word colour. The Brits took it the way it was when the French brought it over the Channel and changed it a little bit. And once it had made its way over to the Americas, it was slowly changed to C-O-L-O-R, losing the U. This category of U losses is large. Honour became honour. Flavour became flavour. And humour became humour. Again, a good rule of thumb here is, if it looks somewhat French in spelling, it's probably British. Of course, there are many, many more. Do you know the difference? Take this test to find out. By the way, another very common difference between British and American English is the past tense, where in British English many simple past forms end in T, for example in dreamt. In American English the ed ending is preferred. They would say he, she, it dreamed. Again, there is no right or wrong way to do it. The important part for you as somebody who is still learning the language is to decide which of these dialects you prefer and then to use it consistently and not switch around all the time. Now it's your turn. Please record yourself in audio or video and tell me if you prefer British English or American English and why. Take notes before you speak to help you keep a clear mind. Think about the 3 things we talked about: different words, different spelling, different grammar, and maybe even the accent itself. Your recording should be between 30 seconds and 1 minute long. Being longer is okay, obviously. Upload your recording to Moodle. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm very interested in hearing which of the accents you prefer. Maybe it's even a wild card. Maybe you love the Australian accent or the Canadian one. It's completely up to you. Bye!